I'm Mason. How is everybody? Oh, well, and I've been through the high holy days of Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, and I bid everyone, once again, a sweet, happy, and prosperous new year. And recently, President Biden has announced that there will be mandates about for any corporations hiring 100 or more people. Their personnel shall be vaccinated or else be tested on a regular basis. I believe that's a wise decision. I'm like everybody else. I'm just anxious for this pandemic to come to an end, be suppressed totally. But we can't have that because some people just can't bring themselves to face the fact that the pandemic is real, people are really dying, and masks do protect, and the vaccine does help. Why? There's people that insist that schools reopen and the kids be put back into the schools, pandemic or no pandemic, without the mask, irregardless of the pandemic. What kind of parents are these that think their own kids are expendable? What drives them? Beats me. And of course, there's some organization behind it. You remember about 10 years ago the Tea Party movement when Obama became president to protest so-called excessive taxation, in spite of the fact that of all the nations, in all the leading industrialized nations, we are the least taxed after Turkey, the least taxed nation and industrialized nation on the planet, according to the Organization of Cooperation and Economic Development. But they were organized by big money groups, political operatives, to try to harass and terrorize Democratic elected officials. And they even got their own candidates elected to office. And now they've dominated the Republican Party. It seems like flavor of the month are trying some new fashions for the Republicans to be indignant about. Like in the early 70s, it was law and order and crime in the streets, and now it's in the 2010s it was so-called excessive taxation, and all through that the Red Scare, soft on communism, and all that, and now it's the pandemic. And the pandemic, which is threatening everybody, which is keeping people from living their lives, from seeing their loved ones. People are dying because of the misinformation. And I'm up to here. I'm tired of the bullies. It's bad enough they keep themselves from being vaccinated, but they terrorize medical professionals, doctors and nurses who are working on vaccines. We set up vaccination clinics to vaccinate people, and they terrorize one vaccination clinic that was so harassed by anti-vaxxers they had to shut down, preventing people who wanted vaccines to get vaccines. We have to be terrorized because of their crazy ideas? No way. I'm sick of it. Let's make a stand. We are not going to take it any longer. We will not accommodate these terroristic goons. I got my vaccine. Here, I'll show you. I'll show you my vaccination card. Right here. Right here, my vaccination card. I have my vaccine at the VA in Philadelphia, and I recommend you yourself do the same. And what's going to me is media personalities. We talk about vaccines like they're terrible. I'm not talking about you, Nicki Minaj. I'm talking about your cousin's friend's balls and how it makes them impotent and all. How the vaccine makes them impotent and all. You got millions of followers on Twitter, and they pay attention to you. Wake up! And now we got these right-wing media radio personalities bashing vaccines, and they end up dying of the vaccines anyway. Enough of this. Let's push back against these anti-vax jerks. Let's stand up for our right to be vaccinated. Don't let anybody stop us. They're the same people who... all these extremist groups tend to meld and unify with each other. Along with the anti-vaxxers, I mean, they're the same ones who are into QAnon, who are into white supremacy, who are religious fundamentalist theocrats. They all kind of mesh together, meld together. So let's organize, let's stand up for ourselves, and get out to vote. And speaking of voting, I am happy as hell that Gavin Newsom beat the recall election, and it remains governor of California, as opposed to Larry Elder, who quite frankly is a total flake. Any victory is good. Any victory boosts confidence. But overconfidence is wrong. They're going to fight, so our enemies are going to fight, so we must fight. We can do it. We have in the past, we'll continue to do so. Okay, that's my rant for the day. And now I shall advertise. On Kindle Amazon, my novel, which I've been working on for 39 years, Soldier of the Cross, is now available on Amazon. There'll be other platforms I'm going to put it on, but currently it's now on paperback on Amazon. And it's now for me to talk up some of my favorite businesses like Hemperific. They're on 15th and Snyder in South Philadelphia. They're a lovely little CBD store, and they sell wonderful cannabis infused products like flour and drinks and gummies and other goodies, including dog treats. Please look them up. Hemperificllc.com. And also I talk up my very dear friend Michelle Snow, career coach extraordinaire. She will help you develop your professional career and your small business to the heights it deserves. And she'll help you network with other small entrepreneurs. Let you know what you're doing right and where you need work. Please look her up. growwithsnow.com. Okie dokie. That's it for now. More to come, trust me. Be well and stand up for our freedom. Thanks. Bye.